I realize that the knee-jerk instinct now by so many is Russell Brand is wrongly accused. These women are all liars. I'm sorry, this is extremely detailed. And in the case of the other woman, there's an actual set of medical records after she went to a rape crisis center the day of the alleged encounter, plus apologetic, begging for forgiveness text from Russell Brand. Could you please for a second stay open-minded to the possibility that the women are telling the truth? We don't need to so overcorrect from the Me Too movement that every woman gets completely disregarded and called a liar when she finds the guts to come forward and make an allegation. They may be telling the truth. It's worth investigating. We don't need to knee-jerk condemn him, and we don't need to knee-jerk condemn them. I'm just pissed because what I've seen is like a rash of guys coming out to be like, it's bullshit. You don't know whether it's bullshit or not. Did you read the report of this woman? Did you read the alleged rape details? Did you read the text message that she has from Russell Brand begging for forgiveness? There's at least enough for us to want more facts. That's it. I'm sorry. That's my take on it. You guys are younger and probably more conservative than I am. Maybe you see it more differently than I do. Welcoming other points of view. Will, I'll start with you. Deserve any sort of a presumption in their favor. Period. The Me Too shouldn't believe all women. We shouldn't. Yeah, we should not immediately. The women do not deserve any sort of a presumption in their favor. Period. The Me Too movement proved that. But what we also don't need is to overcorrect the problems of the Me Too movement and go back to, okay, so now they're all liars. They don't even get an open-minded hearing on their claims, especially when you have this many coming forward. It's bullshit that this has become a conservative liberal thing, that now conservatives knee-jerk defend any man accused and liberals knee-jerk believe any woman who makes the accusations. It's wrong. Keep an open mind and judge on a case-by-case basis.
I gotta say this once again. Megyn Kelly has more balls than the entire right-wing media. All the so-called men. What is a man? Certainly not Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder. They're certainly not men. I know that much. Anyway, all of them doing what they normally do. Circling the wagons around a potential sexual predator, right? Donald Trump, the leader of the GOP, credibly accused, recently lost his case, right? They want to play semantics about whether the case was rape or not rape, but look at what the case found that Trump actually did. This is the leader of the GOP, Mr. grabbing them by the you-know-what. Then you got Matt Gaetz, friends with a child sex trafficker. Potentially he was involved as well. And he absolutely has an affinity for barely legals, just like Epstein, who was a good friend of Donald Trump, the leader of the GOP, who Donald Trump likes to attack a lot of people, even a child. Doesn't seem to want to attack Epstein very much. And Epstein's partner, all Trump has to say is he wishes her well, right? Andrew Tate. All the evidence seems to indicate this guy is a disgusting human being. Very likely most or all the stuff he's been accused of is accurate. The right wing surrounds and protects Tate. Now we have this guy and Ben Shapiro. Timing. So they start this investigation prior to the pandemic 4 years ago. 4 years ago. How anti-establishment was Russell Brand 4 years ago? And in a country like where this is coming from, where defamation is much easier to prove, the idea that you would take 4 years to investigate someone as wealthy as Russell Brand, the idea that that is somehow strange. You either have to be a moron or so deep in the propaganda to come to that conclusion. Megyn Kelly, I have little respect for. She, I disagree with her on a ton of things. I think she can be disingenuous. Even in this episode, some of what she was doing, it's like, even if she really believes what she's saying, it seems to me like perhaps she is putting on a little bit of a performance. I don't know. Some of it just seems a little bit theatrical, right? So I'm no Megyn Kelly simp, but call it like it is. She's got more balls than entire right-wing media. She's willing to go toe-to-toe with Donald Trump, the leader of the GOP, and she's got Ron DeSantis hiding from her. I can't think of anyone else in right-wing media that would go toe-to-toe with Donald Trump. Ben Shapiro, right, the female dog that he is, will behind Trump's back in the shadows, Trump, blah, blah, blah. But the minute that Trump comes on a Ben Shapiro show, you're going to see head nodding and smiling. Yeah, make America great again. No spine. What is a man? It certainly ain't Ben Shapiro. It certainly ain't Officer Tatum. I don't think it's Megyn Kelly either. But their masculinity is so below the radar that they make Megyn Kelly make them look like they need to be knocking door to door selling Girl Scout cookies. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what Megyn Kelly's angle is. I don't trust her. I don't like her. I don't know why she's the only one going in this. Maybe it's this thing to get attention somehow. 4D chess. I don't know what's going on. All I do know is that she has demonstrated that she's the only one willing to stand on her own and do what others will not. Because the right-wing media operates like the Borg, right? There's some anti-liberal angle that comes out. One guy makes a video, next guy makes a video, next guy makes a video, right? Hodge twins, Tim Pool, Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder. Pelosi, husband is a drag queen. Every one of them making videos about the same thing, taking the same perspective. Every once in a while, there's a deviant. Typically, it's Ben Shapiro. Every once in a while. But Megyn Kelly has been consistent lately on this particular angle. She's been calling out DeSantis in terms of, let's do an interview. DeSantis hiding like a girl. She actually got Trump to come on her show, and she went toe-to-toe with him, challenging him on his positions.
You behaved irresponsibly with our national security documents. For example, we've all now heard the audio tape of you, post-presidency, showing third parties some sort of document that you're describing as secret. Allegedly, it was a Department of Defense Mark Milley plan to attack Iran. Now, this was at a meeting right here at Bedminster, where we are now. You later told Bret Baier in an interview that you had no document that day, only newspapers and magazines. But we hear you on the tape. We hear you saying, quote, look, this was him. This was the Defense Department and him. It's highly confidential. This is secret. This was done by the military and given to me. As president, I could have declassified it. Now I can't. This is still a secret. Now, why would you describe a newspaper article as highly confidential and still a secret, saying as president you could have declassified it, but now you can't?
Some of the stuff that she's challenging him on are ridiculous, right? I certainly disagree with her perspective on some of the things that she's pushing back. Like, she's pushing Trump to be more extreme than he is. That's ridiculous. But what I'm recognizing and acknowledging is her willingness to go toe-to-toe with Trump, challenge him on his positions, to his face, not behind the scenes, not little Ben Shapiro video. Whoa, no, Trump is kind of ridiculous. Say that stuff to his face, Shapiro. Then maybe we could determine whether you're a man or not. So I don't really have any answers, guys. I don't know what Megyn Kelly is up to. Again, like I said, I don't trust her. I think she's immoral. I think she's dishonest. But I'm open to some of my assessment of her being incorrect based on her recent behavior. I don't know what the angle is. The angle could be that she may not be as dishonest as I think, and since she's being true to her feelings, that's why she's going against the grain. Because the reason why, in my view, the others are so united is because they're dishonest. They're just going where the wind blows. Maybe she's not doing it as well, and that's why she's ending up in these unique positions. All she's doing is being honest with where she stands, but I can't help but noticing the body language, tone of voice. Like I said, even in this video, Some of it seems theatrical. It's hard to really break down and fully understand these entertainers in American media, right-wing, left-wing, corporate, and especially independent. Just Baby channel, debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well. And I got to comment on this believe women nonsense. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So I agree with the sentiments of Megyn Kelly. The idea that you're going to automatically dismiss. So if I'm famous and someone accuses me of assault, and I say it's made up and they're just trying to get money from me and da da da, and you know it was all consensual, and you're gonna automatically be like, I knew it. That's some bullshit, man. You are a sexual predator sympathizer. But then if you're gonna believe women, I think women should be, no, how about be agnostic? Woman makes a claim, we don't know all the evidence, we don't know, we weren't there. How about you have your own personal opinion, which you keep to yourself, right? You don't believe or not believe. You just are agnostic. And you wait until the case goes through and you see the results. And you do the same thing whether the person is on the left or the right. How about that? Don't believe women and don't not believe them. Just listen and continue to listen and wait and see. It's okay to have your opinions, but don't be too loud about them until you have all the facts, especially if you have a large audience. But that's my opinion.